Wally of the Week, we've also got this Greens crowdfunder. 1.5 million was spent in the last election to crowdfund on this 6 failed seats in Queensland, Rita.
Yes, well, they did not get much return on their investment there, 1.5 million in donations, and, yep, they didn't get anybody up. So hopefully they think more carefully about those sorts of donations. But again, I think the money is coming from those who live in affluent areas who've got these luxury beliefs, and they're not too fussed about wasting their money on these sort of pursuits.
James.
Yes, exactly. We've got one other interesting one here today, and this is the new musical in New York City called Slam Frank. Now, it is, and I don't know whether this is a Wally or a reverse Wally, because there's something interesting going on here. People are getting very upset about it because, of course, it's talking about Anne Frank, and we all know the story of the Diary of Anne Frank and all of that. But they have reimagined her as a pansexual Latina hiding from the Nazi occupation with her neurodiverse family. Now, actually, when you start to dig into it, it sounds like what they are doing is they are using the most offensive thing in the world to actually poke a great deal of fun at wokeness and all of that, because if you follow their social media accounts, it's actually a huge parody of the hard woke left. So I actually think this might be a reverse one.
Well, I hope you're right, because this is what we want to see from the arts community. There is so much rich material for them that they're not touching because they're so hopelessly woke themselves. But comics, theatre, there is just so much material there that you can have fun with, because, as we know, the left have gone completely loopy. And talking about loopy, what about this teacher, and it always seems to be teachers, who did that horrendous Charlie Kirk, mocking him getting shot in the neck because there was a truck with a Charlie Kirk flag going past, and she was just being absolutely vile and disgusting, and she's been identified as a teacher at Nathan Hale Elementary School, this Lucy Martinez. But of course, as usual with the left, they're now playing the victim, saying, oh, there's all this pressure for her to be sacked, and that's unfair, it's making her sad. I mean, really, that woman should be nowhere near children. Someone who is that sociopathic and cruel and vile, who did that in public, should not be anywhere near a child.
Absolutely. You reminded me, James, the producers was, of course, the original.
Well, I was just thinking of the
producers was the original version of that, when everyone said "Springtime for Hitler." People were horrified, but in fact it was a double. It was a double, and it was very, very clever. And would you get away with it today? It sounds like that's the kind of attempt at that.